This is the 7th of 11 training modules that focus on recognizing, reporting, and preventing adult abuse, neglect, and exploitation. This module explores the importance of active listening as a basic life skill that benefits all our relationships. We build quality relationships by practicing active listening skills. Abuse, neglect, and exploitation prevention happens when we promote person-centered care and quality relationships through active listening. Session goals include learning to understand the conscious effort it takes to listen, learning the importance of giving others space to say what they need to, learning to focus on the other person and use proper body language, and enhancing overall listening skills. Active listening has numerous benefits, including knowing, caring, and understanding others. It gives others the freedom to safely share their concerns. It helps prevent abuse, neglect, and exploitation, and it effectively resolves tension and disagreements. Listening positively impacts the quality of our lives. In fact, our positive connection to others depends on it. Listening is one of the most important skills we can learn, yet it is one in which we receive the least training. It involves not only hearing what the other person is saying, but making the effort to understand things from his or her point of view. Active listening builds caring relationships. The following tips will help you do this. 1. Encourage and help your person to talk fully. 2. Pay attention to body language. 3. Paraphrase what your person has said. 4. Ask clarifying questions. 5. Pull back and stay calm. In the next several slides, we will look at each of these tools individually. Active listening encourages others to talk fully. Ask open-ended questions. For example, what interests you about that? What are your plans today? What don't you like about that? Focus on understanding what the person is really saying. Most of us are very busy at work, but we may end up creating more work and trouble due to not listening. Have you ever experienced having to redo a task because you did not do it the way the person wanted? Active listening helps diffuse conflict. It is very important to give others the space and time to talk, especially in tense or conflict-filled situations. Although at first it may feel scary, giving a person time and space can calm emotions. And remember, your person's perception is his or her reality. It's helpful not to be judgmental or jump to conclusions. Rather, listen and gather information, and then work to understand your person's perspective. In addition to encouraging others to talk fully, it's important to pay attention to body language. Your body language communicates more than your words. You can learn a lot by paying attention to your own body language as well as other person's body language. Paying attention to your own body language can help you be aware of your own feelings. Consciously choosing to relax your face or arms can be one way to calm yourself and therefore calm the person you are talking to as well. Reinforce how much you are paying attention to the other person by leaning in, making appropriate eye contact, nodding at appropriate times. Cultural differences may influence your person's response. Being aware of the other person's body language can help us identify their emotions. You need to ask yourself if the person's body language matches what is being spoken out loud. By naming what you see in the other person's body and asking if your perception is accurate, you can check for understanding and show the person that you are listening to more than their words. Our third tool is paraphrasing, or repeating back in your own words the message you heard. For example, it sounds like you're saying you don't like getting up at 7 a.m. every morning. Saying what you understood your person to mean and the message he or she was sharing with you, and identifying the emotions you heard your person express are all part of paraphrasing. How does paraphrasing help us listen? It requires us to focus on what the person is saying. It keeps the conversation centered on the other person. It prompts the other person to keep talking. Paraphrasing doesn't necessarily mean you agree that their point of view is correct. It simply acknowledges that you were listening. The fourth tool that we have is open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are ones that cannot be answered with yes or no, or with a single word. They require the person to share full thoughts and sentences to respond. Here are some tips for asking open-ended questions for clarification. Begin with who, what, when, and how. Clarify and expand on information. Encourage the person to share as much as they wish. And do not challenge or blame. Let's talk more about open-ended questions. Help the other person tell the whole story. For example, can you explain more about that? What did you like most or least about that? Can you give me an example? How do you feel about this? Or what would you want to happen next? Now let's look at these from another angle when you are trying to find out more about a situation. Some people blame themselves for abuse, neglect, or exploitation they have suffered. By asking your person why he or she thinks the abuse, neglect, or exploitation happened, you may unintentionally imply your person is guilty or responsible for the incident. So it's important to avoid asking, why did it happen, or why did they do this to you? Our fifth tool is to pull back and stay calm. Pulling back means staying aware of your emotional reactions and ensuring that your emotional reactions do not block your ability to be present, to actively listen, or to respond to your person. Silence is very effective when listening to your person. Do not feel panicked during moments of silence. Give your person time to collect his or her thoughts. Sometimes not saying anything or reacting to the comments and information will help you better hear what your person is telling you. It is important to be aware of your own emotional reactions and how they impact your ability to listen. Active listening helps prevent abuse, neglect, and exploitation. If you see or suspect abuse, neglect, or exploitation, call the Centralized Intake toll-free hotline at 855-444-3911, 24 hours a day. Thanks for participating in this module, which explored active listening as a foundation for building relationships. Our next two modules will help us understand conflict, along with skills and approaches for positive ways to resolve conflict.